I mean, I get it. Blue coveralls. It's a fashionable look.
Your people are rioting.
Every time. But enough to get these people started on a lifelong addiction to caffeine. You're welcome. Don't say I didn't ever do anything for you. So without further ado, let's jump in and get this started. Yeah. So the goal for tonight is to get all of this phenomenal oil here and start generating power. As I was saying a little bit last time, any buildings that can use electricity, which you can see in this little icon here, will double its production once it has electricity. And since this oil's right here and that coast is right there where we need to store it, we'll just go ahead and slap our first power plant down here for very nice links in between, and we'll just power this whole industrial center. So we'll have to get rid of some stuff for better efficiency, like this flour mill needs to go away, that sort of stuff. We are building a ship. Perfect. All right. Let me see. I think 15's the highest on these. And this is our most... Wait. So this is our most recent published, yeah. And I believe that's the highest tier, because it's in 5% increments here and 10% with austerity. So we're just going to let that run as the paper default for the rest of the game, essentially. And while we're thinking about it, we're just going to go ahead.
Ship constructed.
Perfect timing. We're going to add a new ship to this route. Accept. And the old ship, we're going to take it off the route. And then since it is now idle, we're going to take it and sell it. Because we're going to start phasing out all the schooners. They're just so slow and they don't carry enough materials to really make it worth the while. It's easier just to pay the extra for double the storage space. And the clippers are the fastest sail ship in the game. We might start getting into steamships a little bit this session. I don't know. Our main goal is obviously just getting all of this into production. So we'll start working on that. So we need to build our first zinc mine. And we have just enough materials to make it happen. So we're going to go ahead and get that slapped down. And we're going to probably just need to build another warehouse for it. So we'll just build one here. And get a road going to this next mine. And then we could have lots of zinc. Because we will need zinc for other things, or brass. We'll need the brass for other materials later on. So we're going to want to produce more than what we just need for glasses. And did we get... Okay, perfect. We got our other sand mine down. So we've got glasses, or we got the glass for the glasses. We got our zinc, and we just gotta get our copper. Which means we're gonna need to take our flagship and take some materials to one of the islands that has copper. This one has 2, and they're really close to each other. So I think this is gonna be our candidate. Although, how many workers does it take? 25? All right, so we're gonna have to promote more people into the worker class here. Not too many, because I want them to stay nice and happy. And obviously these guys aren't as happy because they don't have schnapps. So I want to try and run without having like the police station or hospitals on these islands. And as long as you keep them in the lower classes, they don't typically need it. Worst comes to worst, if we run into a crisis or we need a hospital later, we could just cart in materials and build one. I don't want to do that, but if we have to, we can. So we have plenty of workers now. We just need the steel, the windows, and the concrete. So let's grab our flagship. We'll load it up with some steel. Load it up with, I guess we're taking all the windows. Sorry, guys. And we don't have enough concrete yet. So we'll just hold on to that for the moment. Our profitability took a little bit of a dip, but that's okay. Because what we could do in the meantime, is continue to build this out. And how are they looking on materials? They are looking great. They are looking fantastic. We are really ready to start promoting our first class of work. Oh, we already have workers, don't we? Well, let's go ahead and promote some more.
You reached a new milestone.
Look at that. We're a port town. Are you happy? I'm happy. So now they're gonna start eating bread, and I really don't want to bother with doing all the grain production and stuff on this island, because that just takes up precious real estate. So we'll just pop down here. This island's big enough to hold some farms, so this will just be our little farm island, and we'll just vary stuff back and forth like we have been in the old world. The shipyard's going to take a little while, but we have plenty of brick, so that's good. Speaking of which, do we have a... I don't think we have... Oh yeah, we do. Perfect. We don't have any brick factories, but we have plenty of the raw materials now. And I want this place to get cranking out materials, so I might put down a third lumber yard. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's just go ahead and slap it over here for now. We can optimize all this stuff later. For now, it's just about getting things in place so they can keep churning out materials for me. Because this is going to be our main moneymaker. There's just the sheer side of this island. You can slap in so much population. Like, this is going to be just the start. We're going to use pretty much everything all the way across in this general region and all the way up to about this ridge just for population. And then we'll reserve the outskirts up here in the mountains for our industry. Might be thinking, well, that sucks for the guy who lives down here to have to commute to a job, you know, up here. But it's one of the great mechanics, or lack thereof, of this game is that they don't care how far they go. In fact, you can start eventually... oh, dang it. Sorry, everyone. I just realized my timer's not going. How long have we been going now? 10 minutes? Okay. We'll just add 10 minutes to the timer. I'll get good at the speedrunning thing eventually, I swear. There we go. Now we're running. Don't know why it stopped, but anyway. It's going to be a very unofficial run this first time, obviously. We'll have to come back and do it because there's been multiple crashes, multiple instances of that happening. Anyhow. Get them optimized on brick. The ship is ready to build us our... Why is it not going to him? There we go. Build us our first offshoot island here.
As long as you preserve what's already there.
Yeah, I know.
It's indecent.
You're gonna like it. Web's gonna hate it. But it is what it is. You know what time it is. Nice, lovely 7x2 squares. That's not lined up. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and get as much of their infrastructure down as we can. So we'll get them some fish going. Get them a nice couple of rows of houses here. And then, because I forgot to leave enough for a warehouse again, we're just going to have to hodgepodge slap this in somewhere close to the harbor and move it later. One day, chat, I will remember to do those things in the proper order, but today is not that day. Let's go back to our main island. So this island should be about ready for its copper. We just need the brick, or the concrete. How much more concrete have we produced? Enough to get one up and running. So let's go ahead and just sail them over. And we have a lot of wood right now, and I bet you we have some sales, so we need to keep cranking out these. So I'm just gonna set like 3 for now, just kind of as a set and forget it. That'll give us, you know, 18 minutes to not worry about it. Actually, you know what? Let's just do 4 or 5. How many can I do? 6. That eats up all my wood, but that's okay because they're gonna be on a surplus, and that'll give us over half an hour to just not have to worry about that. I'll probably get rid of the zoo at some point too, because the main objective of this island isn't going to be to make money. It's going to be to just speed run the higher tiers of population so we can unlock them for our money-making island, aka Crown Falls. What's going on here? Sorry, I'm just getting really distracted. Oh, they're all just carting in the
It's a surprise
sink.
inspection.
Right. It is a surprise inspection. I didn't know what you guys were doing. Carry on. You seem to be doing great. Let's go ahead and promote all these guys up into artisans and do a quick materials check. We're running low on rum. That's not great. So let's check on our rum production and see if maybe we just have a bottleneck and not bringing enough. Icons are taking a moment to load in as well. I don't love that. Yeah, so this island has more than enough rum. So you...
Ready for a challenge.
Hold up. 1 second. I'm gonna let you finish, but first, we need to add more to your pallet here, sir. So we're just gonna tell him to pick up 2 shipments of both at a time. Fully load them out. And then we'll just go ahead and auto load or manual load them for the moment.
Good and ready.
There we go. That should solve our...
Stand aside, boy.
Why are you carrying
Perhaps
cotton?
this island is as yet unkit as
No.
a millstone around my neck.
Did I just grab the wrong ship?
Just
Hold
say
on.
the word.
So you're going from Viejo to Albatross. I just grabbed the wrong ship and I just loaded rum up onto the wrong ship. 1 second. Because the ship I want to be messing with is not here at the moment. It must be in between islands. Yeah, let's see where the Fenton is. I thought you could click on it and it goes to them. No matter. We'll find him. Oh, he's in the old world then. Perfect. Ugh. That was a weird load in. Didn't like that.
Ready for a challenge.
Slap that back in. Alright. Because the Fenton is running from Albatross, which is this island, right? So I want to make sure this island has all the rum. Yeah, and it's got plenty. In fact, it should really be working on upgrading its storage to hold more. Because I'm only going to be able to cart 75 at a time, which is not going to be enough. 100 might do it for now, but... Okay. So I suppose... So I was making a lot of money. That's good. This island's also making money. And I know this one's losing money just because it's producing so many... Oh, no. This island's also making money. Okay. The New World is semi-profitable. This island's obviously our cash cow right now. And Crown Falls... how's Crown Falls doing? Yeah, it's starting to become profitable. And it'll only become more and more as we go. Alright, so they need bread, and we have just the place to start doing it. Our route has a minor issue. Oh, full on iron, no matter. Not too worried about that. Things are working as intended then. They don't need work clothes yet, but they'll need it real soon. So let's just go ahead and get this planned out. There's also some great mines here that we could use later if we need them for the main island. All this area will be farmland, So let's do a little cut off here. That'll be our little industrial center. Put the warehouse there. Put some blue poop modes. I don't actually build it before I have the warehouse because that's just wasting resources, right? They're just sitting there waiting for work and they can't actually work. There we go. So, is there anything we can really optimize for cash cow yet? I guess we could just build out more of them. And with that, we're going to have to increase their infrastructure because that's going to be more than the single fishery can handle. And more workloads because gosh knows they go through workloads like they're going out of style or something. I mean, I get it. Blue coveralls. It's a fashionable look. Is that a smock? Is that supposed to be a smock? I don't know. Either way, very fashionable. But forgot where I was going with that sentence. We're just gonna leave it. I'll have to upgrade these at some point too because we're already running into bottlenecks here, and it's only gonna get worse once we get power. Speaking of which, our ship should be, yep, ready to drop off all these materials, and we'll just send it back to grab more concrete as that becomes available, and we'll get our first copper deposit open. And I know we're running a trade route between half-ranked here, so let's see. While you're picking up those, I want you to also load ore grain because we're going to need it quicker than what we're getting it right now. And the copper. Perfect. And we'll just leave that second one undeveloped for now because we have all the... Oh, right. I need a warehouse to place somewhere. So needy. They just are so needy, I swear. How are we doing? Oh, quite a few people. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Or day. I know this game is quite popular with people in Germany, so I do believe it'd be about daytime for you guys over there at this point. What's the time difference on that? Like 10 hours? I have no idea. Enough for it to be tomorrow. I know that much. Anyway. Let's see.
Will you work your magic for us?
I don't really feel like doing it. Yeah, I don't really feel like doing the puzzle quest right now. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Anytime we see icons that we can get rid of is better. Our chance of right is high just because our massive use of propaganda, but they can shut it and deal with it.
Mainly in the imagination.
Okay, they're getting all the wool they need. Ooh, right, I forgot I wanted to get clay because of that sweet profit. So let's go ahead and I think we have a clay route set up, right? We do. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn that on now and see our money making go up. So we're 8,900, right? I'm going to say at least a 10,000. Maybe I'm overselling it. It's still climbing. Sorry, I'm just fascinated watching the timer here.
Pity the world.
Or the
When
money
I think of their
counter.
careers.
Oh my, for crying out loud, the timer stopped again. Why? Why is it doing this? All right. 1 second. It seems to be about every 10 minutes it just stopped, right? So that was about 12 minutes that time. Oh, and yep. So that's something else I need to do. Move hotkeys to something I'm not going to be accidentally hitting all the time. All right. Pause. Start. didn't do it. Okay. Pause. Well, let's go ahead and actually pause the game here while I do this. I'm almost tempted, because we're not super far in, I'm almost tempted to scrap this and restart it, since we've had so many problems with live split here. But we won't. We'll try to keep persevering, because that is like 6 hours of time that we've already put in. And for some reason, sure, I want to save my splits. Why not live split? We'll reopen it because it was being a little weird there. Anywho, how y'all doing, chat? There we go. Now it's got the proper times, and it got rid of the 5 million mark. All right, so let's restart. And by restart, I mean get the timer actually going. And I just need to keep a close eye on that because it's wanting to just like randomly stop, and I don't know why. Because the hotkey for pause and start is not something I would ever hit except for in that situation of... I forgot why you're here, Clipper. I'll be real honest. Is that the one I just built? It is, because they're just sailing off there now. Wait, no, that's a trade ship. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right, well, I can't remember why this one's here, and I'm building a lot more, so we're just going to go sell it. Wait, no. Never mind. There's a trade route I wanted to open up here. For the limestone? No connection to harbor.
Stores are inundated.
What do you mean, no connection to harbor? Oh, I see. Apologies. So we were just producing coal this entire time without anywhere to take it. Is this island even getting any coal? Yeah, this island's got plenty of coal, so I guess we're not worried about that. Yeah. I don't know what to do with all this coal here now, because I feel like I built that specifically for building up the main island, but maybe what we could do is put it to use here and make this another little steel manufacturing plant. Actually, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think what we'll do is we'll make this a, nah, I don't know. Because then we'd have to get engineers and stuff for the weapons anyway, and it'd be a whole thing. Although, we could build commuter piers. So it'd be worth having the infrastructure on this island, and then just ferry workers in for that later, so we don't have to clog up our main island with all that crap. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. So we'll make this a steel manufacturing island, in addition to the main island, and then we'll work into weaponry later. So you're ready to sell. And you... Okay. So these, for some reason, my waypoint got moved. Oops. Yeah, my waypoint got moved. There we go. And they were just sailing there. So maybe I didn't need the boxer there. And I do need to sell it. So we'll just go ahead and sell them both. And we'll work on building this island up later. For now, it's back to Crown Falls and getting this set up to be the best it can be. Oops.
Ceasefire has ended.
Alright, well, time to pay the pirates again.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, immediately they were on that. They were just waiting, I swear. I mean, I suppose that'd be the smart thing to do, right?
Ship under attack.
Yeah, I know. While I'm here, let's see if I can just flatter people and or bribe. Nope. You're a tough customer, Wibbly.
You make a stuffed bird.
So sweet of you to say. What a selfless act. Is this feeling disgrace?
Well, that could have been a better round.
It is ill-judged.
Whatever.
Dapper.
I don't want to...
Every little bit could make it.
I know 7,000 is a lot, but we're also generating 9,500 minute now. I'm surprised I didn't go higher. I thought it would with our turning on the investment into that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and move up some fine workers or farmers into the worker class. Why did it not promote them? Oh, because they're not close enough to a building. We can fix that with the magic of paved roads. How about that? You feeling happy now? Yeah, look at you. You're feeling great. Not good enough, though. Shucks. There might not be getting any around it. We might have to build them additional stuff over there. That's actually affecting quite a few of our people. But for some reason I could promote the other ones, but not those ones? Weird. Oh, maybe it's because it was like they had 10, and it doesn't matter if it's the base 10 or a boost 10. Oh, timer stopped again. My goodness, why? I don't even know why it's doing that. Is it like switching between islands? Is that what it's doing it? Let me see here real quick. It is. Okay. All right. So every time I move to Cape Trelawney here, it's doing that because it must have a setup hotkey that's doing that. So let's just go ahead and turn off global hotkeys for now. We'll edit this. We'll add, I don't know, another 10 minutes. Why not? We've been going 30 minutes on this session, so. And we'll just manually start it and stop it for now. Until I can get all that figured out later. Yeah, this is way more tedious, but it is what it is. There we go. Okay. I think we need to get like a stream deck or something just for all these hotkeys for this game. Because there's multiple, like this, you know, being a city building game, this building uses a lot of different buildings or a lot of different buttons for their hotkeys, and so it's really hard to program hotkeys that are gonna not interfere with your live split. Anyway, glad we figured out that mystery. I'm sure some of you guys noticed that before, and if you did, thank you. But I had not. Alright, let's build this out as soon as I can. Why are they not built? Am I in blueprint mode? I am in blueprint mode, that's why. Whoopsie doozy. So we have plenty of workers here. So let's go ahead and just get the grain going. We're gonna need a warehouse first. And we'll slap it down here. And I don't know, we'll do like 4 for now. That should fulfill the main island for a little while. Oopsie. And I know these aren't like the most optimal use of space. That could be something we work on for version 2 of this run. Alright. Perfect. Yeah, it's ignoring the hotkeys now. Good. Good, good. Yeah, I'll just have to make sure that reset button is something else later. Because that's what it was doing. It was resetting the run every time. So that's why we're on run 4 tonight already. I see we got somebody else in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So where are we with getting materials for glasses?
Ship
Everyone
constructed.
should be pretty close. Oh, speaking of, I have a whole fleet to sell, don't I?
I present my humble. Taking the initiative.
I know it doesn't really seem like worth it selling those ships because it's less than what we make per minute now, but otherwise these sail makers and all this wood would just be going to waste. And I only really need the wood when we do like massive promotions of our citizens up into the next tier. So all right, so let's get our glasses up and running. Well, the smelter first, right? And we'll just slap it down here in industrial capital. And then as soon as possible, we'll slap that down. And that shouldn't take too long, because what do we need? Like 10 concrete? Yeah. 1 second, I will be right back.
You'd only weigh me to the bottom.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're gonna have to, I saw that text. You're gonna have to respond to me in chat if you want me to see anything, because I'm, fun fact, I'm actually using my phone as my camera for tonight, so. I think tomorrow, though, we have this DSLR camera that we haven't really been using, so I think I'll make that my camera for stream and see how that works. Might invest in something dedicated, or that might be better than what I was going to buy anyway. We will have to find out. Alright, perfect. So now they should start generating a lot more revenue.
My cupboards are quite
A lot more. And since the next thing is coffee, we're going to want to go ahead and jump down to one of our islands here and start getting that going. This island can't produce it. This island can. There's not a lot of room on this island, though. What about this island? Okay, perfect. This island can produce coffee as well. So this will be our coffee growers. So since we're going to need to stay profitable, right? Because that's the whole point of a money speed run. We're just going to slap down some more people and start working on... right. Can't unlock that until we have more of the next tier of citizens. In that case, we're gonna need to think this out a little bit, because I'm gonna want to probably maybe it's better to make this my main island here in the new world, because it's already so much bigger, right?
I'm
So
happy when my familia is happy.
So let's go ahead and just work on getting these guys up and running a little bit more. So this whole area...
Frightening you can be.
Oh, right, I forgot
Your ways seem fickle and foreign.
I forgot the paper set to auto publish.
And
So they're just gonna get mad at us every few minutes.
I'm over the sky for some
We'll just go
reason.
ahead and flatter and or bribe them again.
Is it not customary to give something in
And let's see if Wibbly's ready to
Of course, many,
buttered up.
many-
how about you pirates?
Put a coin
Oh,
in and
you
see what comes up.
filthy
True
pirates.
pirate.
I guess probably calling them filthy pirates doesn't help, does it? Yeah, so this whole area I kind of want to be population, so we're going to want to move that farm even at some point. And for now, we'll just throw a road way over here, because we're going to want that eventually anyway. And we'll make this whole region over here industrial stuff. So I'll throw a warehouse down. Throw that there. Throw that there.
Come to watch.
And get them producing their goods. I might have to move that because I can't actually... Oh, there we go. Perfect. You can just build it across the road. It's fine.
I have a feeling of
Glasses aren't off the ground yet. We did build a brass worker, right? I'm not crazy. We did. Alright, where is it? Why is it bottlenecked? Okay, so it's just still working on brass. It's just getting this first brass out the door right now. Okay, perfect. Ooh, our profitability really tanked there. There must have been some sort of festival or something going on, or oh, you know what it was? It's just this is 1,000 to maintain, so we won't get money back from that until these guys start moving up and getting their spectacles. I think. Are we still producing ships? We are.
Personage has arrived.
But we've already reproduced, or we already have a surplus of wood again.
I present
Oops, didn't actually sell that.
anyone for croquet.
There we go.
Your people are rioting.
Every time. It's always, yeah. Oh, it's not trouble. It's, why are you guys mad? You have everything you could want. Do I even have the materials to build a police station here? I guess. Ugh. Just so needy. You use propaganda like, I don't know, half a dozen times, and all of a sudden, they just get really mad about it. Ungrateful is what they are, if you ask me. Anyway, how y'all doing? Still doing good? That's good.
Aye.
Here to have a little bit of a bottleneck here at the harbor. So we might have to upgrade this. In fact, it doesn't add anything to our maintenance costs, so let's go ahead and do that now. And I believe our first revenue for glasses is starting to come in. We still are not at break even because we don't have enough engineers. But that's okay, because our next order of business is going to be relocating some of this crap down here and expanding out more homes. So let's just go ahead and blurp, blurp, blurp. There's a road. And start moving all this junk down. In fact, the wood ones, they can just go over here for now, because they'll be out of the way for enough over there. And we'll just build them a new warehouse. Why not? There you go. Welcome to our lovely city. As you can see, we have lumber mills and a zoo. Just what you want to see when you first come in. The sound of wood being sawed really helps the animals sleep at night. So, just move all this junk over here. I mean, you're not junk, you're a vital part of our economy. You're just in the way. So, I've said it before and I'll say it again. One of the best features of normal difficulty here is that you can move buildings without penalty. So that way you can just do exactly what I'm doing. Just slap it down, move it later if you need to. Yeah, we're just going to relocate this whole industry. Just get rid of it. There we go. Nowhere great to put this one. Is that going to be too far from the warehouse? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Seems to be fine. There we go. And look at all that room for activity now. We're going to have to move this stuff too. But for now, let's just expand what we can. Oh, I see what I did. I have two roads here.
I won't
Whoop.
lie. Lifestyle.
That's an old whoopsie doodle. Don't know how I did that, to be honest. I also just broke the road going to all that industry. There we go. So we'll slap in some more citizen or farmers. I swear I'll call them the right thing eventually. I guess they're technically citizens, right? They're all citizens of, I was gonna say Moneytopia, but that's definitely Crown Falls. Is that crooked? What is going on here? Sorry, motion sickness warning. I'm trying to figure out why am I... Yeah, it's not lining up. Oh, this road's not parallel. There we go. There we go. We figured it out, chat. I'm so proud. I'd like to take this moment to thank the Academy, my friends, my family, for supporting it through this momentous achievement. Boom. There we go. Okay. All right. A lot more citizens, or a lot more farmers. So let's see how their needs are being met. They have everything they need. How about the workers? Workers are holding stable on anything, but not particularly great. All right, so we'll just hold off on promoting them to the worker class for now, because we have plenty of artisans that we can move up into engineering. So let's do that now. And we'll move these ones up to workers, just because they're right here.
You reach a new milestone.
There we go. We're a capital. Look at that. Money rolling in. Money in the bank. I think it's Bottleneck City. Both of them are.
We've not met before, have we? I am a tourist.
Yes,
Such
yes,
a
yes.
quaint place
Yes,
you
yes,
have.
yes, yes. Yeah, we'll take your quest.
Constructed.
I present my humble
Thank you,
gift.
Archibald. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure you're doing great.
Awaiting new horizons.
Things are moving and grooving, chat. What about your lifestyle needs? Soap? All it does is provide extra engineers, which would be great, but not necessarily the most helpful. Anyway, we need to be focused on electricity, because that was the whole point of this, right? That was our goal. So we can build one oil refinery, but do we have the infrastructure necessary? We have nowhere. We don't have enough to. Excuse me. We don't have enough concrete to store.
Your streets are safe again.
Good. I would hate that to tear it down and rebuild because
I
they're being
present my
whiny
humble
little.
duty.
Yeah, because they're being whiny. I won't finish that thought. Let's go back to here and get all this built out. And we need to buy a... Actually, I just realized we can just use one of the clippers and bring it here. So that clipper we just built. Good news, you're not just going to be sold for no reason. You're off on a glorious quest. And while you're traveling there, we'll actually get you set up with a job.
I feel it reflects the time.
Sure.
Perhaps there is a way to put theory.
Yes, yes, yes. King Cole, is that the one I just told to go somewhere? No, because it's moving.
I.
No, okay, it is. Weird. Create a route, trade route. King Cole. You're gonna go from here to here. And you're gonna load up grain. It's gonna be a great life. You're gonna have such a good time. Alright. Off you go. While we're on that subject, let's check in on Trelawney here. Because this should be, yeah, this is making us a decent amount of money. But
This is booming.
we need more. Always more. And since we can kind of skip around on stuff, I think I'll just get the soap industry stuff going now. So we need steel. We do have coal on this island, which is lovely, lovely. All right, next to iron. How about that? Then we build a warehouse. Then we connect that to the port. And just like that, we have an industry up and running. We don't have enough workers, but we can quickly make more. And by quickly, I mean maybe not so much that I overreached, but not too terrible, I'm sure. Yeah, they're gonna have a wee deficit here. We just have to produce more wood. So, how many lumber yards do we have on this old thing? 3? Yeah, they'll produce it pretty quick, because that's essentially, what is that? 12 a minute? Yeah, look at that. They're already cranking through it. And we gained... Wow, we've been really cranking up the population levels tonight. We already gained 4 or 5 levels tonight. Somewhere in that ballpark. We still got over an hour before we're going to call here. So, things are looking good. We'll definitely get that oil tonight. And get at least halfway to our next milestone here of 5 million.
Fields might help.
Oh, right. My bad, my
Nice day
bad.
for it.
I apologize. Yeah, you guys are starting to deplete your clothes because you didn't have enough. How are you doing on schnapps, though? You need more schnapps as well. Well, happy to oblige ya. If it keeps you from rioting, I'll give you all the schnapps you want. This warehouse is going to become quickly overrun, but that's a problem for future me. This warehouse is already overrun, isn't it? Pretty close.
We've only a skeletal worker.
I know. Skeleton crew, blah, blah, blah. Life is terrible.
Oh, you talk of the privileged.
There we go. So that's manageable-ish. Let's go back to the main island and start working on upgrading our engineers more and getting ready for oil. So we're about 4 concrete away from having our basic infrastructure for oil up. Are we producing enough raw? Okay, so we're producing enough raw or cement to produce more reinforced concrete. So let's look at the chain for that and remind ourselves what we need. So I think the only bottleneck we might be facing is just steel, but we're producing plenty of the raw materials. So let's throw another steel plant in. I should really optimize these roads. I'll have to remember that's something for next time is give yourself more space for buildings, right? Especially if you're going to be throwing down a... That's still at 100%. I'm surprised. Alright, and another cement plant. There we go. It's going to be expensive, but that's okay, because now we're going to really crank up this to the next level. Ships are done being produced. Yeah, let's just do a couple more just to keep that bonus money coming in. What are you doing, Marigold? Nothing at the moment? Okay. Just the way I like it. Get rid of these warnings. I don't need all that. Oh, check on our friends. See if they're ready to be bribed and or flattered. They're not. Tough crowd, man. I like how the insult's always certain. Alright. We'll come back and check on them here a little while later. Somewhere after the hour mark. See how that gets on. We need more workers, but we were holding off, right? Because we were reaching bottlenecks in... I mean, things are looking like they're growing. So maybe we can afford more workers. Let's go ahead and promote another block. Oh. Whoops. I promoted a block, but the wrong block, right? What am I doing here? I swear. There we go. Now we have all the people. Okay. Things are progressing here nicely.
It's only a half-life.
And we're getting close to needing coffee. So let's go ahead and get back to that. So we need to move these people up in the world.
Not much to really
They're ready to
celebrate.
promote. So let's go ahead and promote a block. And then get their
Workforce
materials.
shortage.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. There. Now they are fully staffed. Hooray. Alright. So these guys need tortillas. We need beef and we need corn. Fortunately, we have both here. Or the fertility for both. I mean, you can grow beef anywhere. But, so if that's going to be my industrial center, I'm going to need another area for ag. So let's just go ahead and slap a road way over here. And we'll move that farm over there as well while we're doing it. There you go. It's your ag. And we'll get our cattle farm down.
You should go sit in the shed.
I will do whatever I want, okay? Don't passively aggressively tell me what to do. I know that's what it was. Don't lie to me. I'm just building that peak optimal use of space here. Look at all this well optimized space usage. Yeah, it's 1 for 1 for 30. Ooh, so you need like 2 to produce enough tortillas to provide. Okay. We need brick as well. Fortunately, there is brick near our... Yeah. Right here. How about that? There we go. Yeah, this island's still profitable, so that's good. We'll have to figure out the hacienda at some point too. As I've mentioned before in previous streams, I have not done the hacienda before, so I don't really know what it's about. I know that DLC is several months old at this point, but this week's been like the first time I've really been getting back into the game. I just figured with the airship DLC, whatever that's called, what is that called? I don't know. I figured now would be a good time to get back into the game, and I figured I'd put my own unique twist on it, so that's why we're speedrunning to 1 billion. Just keep promoting these guys as fast as possible. And they still need bread, but we should have grains starting. Oh, yep, grains here. So let's go ahead and get that chain of production going. That warehouse is looking pretty full, and that one's not going to be any better. So what we're going to do here, chat, is we're going to land a little bit better for the future than we did on our other islands. And we're just going to slap down another road here, put another warehouse, and then we can have a whole other center here without having everything on one little road. A little close to my mic, aren't I? There we go. This is 2 to 1, right? Yep. Perfect. So I'll start producing the bread we need. We have the steel we need to start producing these. Lovely.
Ship constructed.
Throw down another pig farm. I might have to move that. Yep. Don't have quite enough room there. Didn't have enough. Oop. Apologies. Don't have quite enough room to expand out that. So. How y'all doing? Still doing good? Hope you're having a fantastic night. Alright, and then we'll get our soap. So it's 1 to 1 to 2. So I really should throw down a silo here. And then 2 of these for the one soap factory. And we're gonna need a lot more workers for that, so we'll just hold up on producing those until we have more workers. The good news is they'll have bread coming in soon, so that'll give us a huge bump in population. And while we're waiting for this island to build back up, let's go back and check in on the old world, sell some ships,
Anyone for credit?
and finally get some oil infrastructure going. That's not too bad though. A little over an hour here going on this stream, or this session I should say, and we got oil going. So we accomplished at least the base goal for tonight. Right, you need... What am I doing wrong here? No, oil refinery, yeah. Oh, right. It's not like the new world where you place oil derricks down, you place them near. Okay, so I have to figure out how I want to do this, because rails can go over roads, but they can kind of also mess them up. So that'll probably... Shh. Nobody cares. The harbor, just as close as possible. And then a nice, lovely railroad in between. And then we build the old derricks.
It's a surprise inspection.
What a wonderful invention the railway is.
See?
Father,
The princess gets it. She knows what's up. And that's going to produce a lot of oil. What are we at? Every 3 seconds we get an oil? Love it. And let's go ahead and plan out our first power plant. We're going to want it to hit maximum efficiency here. So what I might have to do is move one of these warehouses and put it like right here. Or even like right here where the fire station is. Sorry, fire station. Who needs fire safety when you have electricity?
A thank you for all you've done.
You're welcome for whatever it is you think I did. I'm sure I did it. Just so benevolent like that. Okay, these coal plants have to go. Or these, yeah, these need to go. So let's go ahead and just, I don't know. Should we even keep them? We're producing a lot of coal, but at the same time, I don't want to cut off the supply and then all of a sudden have a shortage. So I'm not doing the best at resource management right now. So we'll just move it into a slightly better spot. And we'll move you. That's not technically on a road, but we can build a road for you. Here we go. Now let's look. So that'll provide power for a good chunk of this. But this would be better. That would provide a good amount of power to this whole industrial center. And then we can add changes in the brick roads and make this more into a grid to actually optimize it better. So why don't we do that? That does mean we need to do some moving of things. So this has gotta go that way. Let's get rid of this. Ugh. If I do that, then this area loses access to the warehouses. So the warehouses are just gonna have to move. We built a little access road here. Then we destroy this. Put our power plant there. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be great. Or, do we keep moving stuff and try to put it like in here? Something like that. And then we just connect a road and get all that as well. I mean, this is like dead center, right? Or, I mean, as close to center as we can get. So we're just going to plant it there and quit fussing about, because this is a speedrun. This isn't optimizing the city to be built phenomenally. Because, to be quite frank, I wouldn't be that great at that version of the gameplay anyway. So this says missing goods, but I think that's just because we moved it. And let's get our train line there. So as soon as we can build it, we will have power and we'll just see profitability skyrocket. Maybe not profitability, but resource production. So while we're thinking about that, we could start thinking about all of this as well. So once we get a fleet going, we'll be able to take out those pesky AI and take even more territory for even more profit. Alright, so how much more concrete do we need? Alright, we're about halfway there and we're way off on windows as well. So let's go ahead and check back in on Crown Falls and get them more profitable. They should be ready to build up their soap. So let's get that going now. Perfect. You're already overloaded. There you go. Enjoy. And then these guys are going to need schools next. So since I've built so many of them right here, for now, let's just go ahead and keep making this like our public service sector, I guess. And we'll slap the school in here when we're done. And we can even bring a couple houses back. We'll put them in blueprint mode. Because I'm not ready to actually build there yet. And I need more workers. So we're going to promote a block of farmers in. And then run a couple of these guys into worker status. Oh, right. You need 4 per thing. That's how that works. Alright, so the keep is back to low resources. I could build more lumber yards and stuff, but I feel like then they would just be sitting there waiting on full resources all the time and just be a waste of profitability. So it's easier just to, counterintuitively, it's easier just to let them kind of be where they are at the moment. No warehouse in range. Am I concerned about that? Probably should be. I can't move the clay pit, unfortunately. So I have to, at least not yet. That's going to be something we can do much, much later on in these speed runs, is once we get to Invessa and get the, what is it? The university, the research center? What the hell's that thing called? I can't even remember. Anyway, there is a research tier you can unlock that lets you move these static resources. So, but that's a long way off. So for now, what we'll do is we'll just move this to, I don't know, here. And then we'll build a road around. Look at that. Beautiful. It's the best road building I've ever seen in my life. If that didn't take windows, I'd upgrade. So for now, we'll just slap in another warehouse to try to offset some of this. Maybe we move this here and then build a warehouse. We're gonna have to move you as well. And I should probably make sure all this stuff is connected in multiple roads, because yeah, I mean, that's connected back to the main road, but it's like such a weird up and around path. So let's just go ahead, build another road there, and then we can slap in Let's go ahead and move these guys so they're closer to this road. And build a warehouse here-ish. The power doesn't cover them, unfortunately. I changed my mind then. Until we can get power through all these streets, we want to keep everything as close to this as possible. We're so close. So close to that glorious power, guys. In the meantime, let's go check in on the new world, because we're going to need coffee real soon as well. And we haven't done anything with that yet. We do have our cattle and corn farms going, which means we're ready to produce the tortillas. We just need more people to actually work those jobs. So there we go. Look at that. Aluminum production chain.
Unlike the blimps that have come before, my airships.
Oh, right. This is the airshed thing.
They maintain their shape with their lightweight aluminum.
Interesting.
frames. We'll need to produce plenty.
So that's something we'll have to do at some point as well. I don't know how profitable the blimps are or anything like that. But if it's anything like the previous DLCs for this game, it's going to be absolutely broken for the first few weeks until they do some balance changes and stuff. I know in DLCs in the past, once they've launched one, it was just like overpowered for quite a while. So maybe that's something we should look into, since we are, you know, trying to make a bunch of money. But at the same time, that almost feels like cheating, right? If you know it's broken and just taking advantage of it. I don't know. I guess it just depends on how you've your individual viewpoints on that. Anyway, we need to be building coffee. We can't quite build coffee, so we need to promote a few more. There we go. So we need coffee beans and coffee. Pretty simple. Lot of workers for a coffee roaster though. Holy cow. But we can get the coffee beans going. So let's do that now. And it's gonna look lovely because we're just gonna slap it in. No regard for, you know, making it look pretty. It's all just about getting it in, worrying about optimizing it later. Profits first, then we worry about aesthetics, if we worry about aesthetics at all. That is gonna bug me though. I'm gonna need to get rid of those so we can have a nice straight road here. It's just gonna work out better as well for planning. And I think that'll still leave us, yeah, 99% is still enough to technically produce at 100% efficiency. I think with most buildings, 95 is about the cutoff before you actually start to lose productivity. So as long as you have that much, whether it's space for the lumber yards or number of fields, it should be fine. All right, and let's go ahead and slap that in, and the workers will start coming in, and
We are halfway there.
it'll be like a self-feeding cycle, because as they get coffee, they'll the jobs, or then the population will go up and the jobs will start going up. We're gonna need more coffee than that though to export, so we're gonna go ahead and get planning for not that, whatever that was. Planning for more. I don't want this to look janky, but kind of back myself into a corner here. There we go. So let's go ahead and build another warehouse. You know what? Oopsie. What did I just do? There we go. Where are we looking? While we think about how I want to do that, let's check here real quick. They're full on wood again. Let's upgrade them so I don't have to check in as much and keep micromanaging them. They're ready for their school. They just don't have enough steel because we are producing steel. Yeah. Yeah, we're producing steel. It's just going to take a little bit. So once the school gets down, we'll be ready to start promoting them into artisans, which is great. Let's go ahead and upgrade another city block into farmers. Get some more population. and then go back to the main island. And finally, get that there power going.
Astounding.
There we
Can you
go.
teach me about
Now you're going to see all this really ramp up as soon as it gets oil. Which, a power plant consumes every 5 seconds. So as long as our production is naturally 5 seconds or better, and right now we're at 3. So that means we are only using about 60% of the oil we produce. So we could store the rest of it for use on other islands. Unfortunately, you can't sell it. I know. Like, what sort of city building game has oil and then doesn't let you become like a little OPEC nation state thing and just, you know, set the prices on that because you're the only producer? Crazy. But anyway, we can't actually sell it. So all we can really do is use it for our own purposes. So for now, we'll just kind of stockpile it. And then once we can upgrade it, we'll upgrade it so we have a bigger reserve. Trade route has an issue. Ah, we're full on furs, whatever. If we're full on furs, does that mean we have a lot of coats? Or are we not producing enough coats? I don't think we could really get away with producing more coats until we get more cotton. But we don't really need more cotton unless we were going to sell the coats. And again, like, micromanaging trade routes and stuff is not the way I want to do this. I just want to make the islands self-sufficient and profitable on their own without having to worry about like all these trades and selling things and blah 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 blah. Because all of a sudden, as soon as you have like an event like a riot or a sickness or a fire or whatever, it's gonna throw off your trade routes, and then, well, it's gonna throw off your production, and then your people aren't gonna have enough because you've been selling all the excess. You know what I mean? So we're just not even gonna worry about that right now. Maybe that'll be something we expand to as we look to increase our profitability. But for now, we're just gonna plug through with what we're doing.
We're only just above the median.
Yeah, so they are, as I was saying before, they're getting close to needing that there coffee. And I thought about it more. It's just gonna look junky. It is what it is. These islands aren't here to look pretty, they're here to make money. Which is exactly how the developers intended this game to be played, I'm sure. I know if I designed a city building game with all these, see, I don't even know where they are, hang on. With all these lovely arcs and things and ornaments, I would love my players to be like, I don't care about any of that, and just ignore it, like, you know, what is arguably half of the game. That's why we're Chris Plays Bad. Or bad. Chris Plays Bad. Can't even say my name right, jeez. Because we don't play games the right way, or the way they're intended to be played. Alright, yeah, I think we are close enough in populace to support that. Let's go ahead and promote just a couple more of you guys. And then we'll get a trade route. Did I name this island Loxa? I have no idea. I don't think I did. Do we have a trade route going from there for anything? No. Okay. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to produce a new ship, or save time and buy a ship. How expensive are the ships? I'm on the wrong map. 1 second. How much is your clipper? 15,000? I mean, that's only like a minute's worth of profit, minute and a half. So yeah, let's do it.
A new commission?
And then Loxa needs to take, or sorry, I need to take stuff from Loxa to, where are we exporting from? 1 second. Let me look at my trade routes. So that's our trade route going up to the mainland. And it's already taking as much as it can, technically, but it's not producing enough cloth to be worth doing that. And it's going from good old Albatross here. So we're gonna need to ship our materials from here to Albatross, then from Albatross up. Perfect. Oh, I have 2 clippers. Whoops. Did I just buy that clipper for no reason? Maybe I did. Also, I'm probably assigning the wrong ship, and it's going to be the one that's up in the new world, or the old world. Did I just scroll right past coffee? There it is. You're going to take the coffee. You're going to unload the coffee. In fact, if you have enough, you're going to take all the coffee. Okay. Oh, the glorious life of a merchant captain. Yeah, I just assigned the wrong ship. One day, chat. One day I'll get this right. That's okay, because we can just go back into the routes. Assign another ship. Take the golden behind, which is a great name, by the way. I might keep that one just for the memes. And that'll be my second flagship. Where is the golden behind? There you are. We're going to keep you around because it's just funny. Because, you know, it just gives you random names. And I know this isn't the best way to do a speedrun. I'm going to end up paying, I don't know, a couple $100 a minute for this. But just to have the ship golden behind as like a random generated ship, I feel like it's worth it. Alright. Do you lovely people have power? Yeah, they do. But now the bottleneck is grain. So let's look at our trade routes. You're bringing as much grain as you can. You're just not producing enough now, right? Is that the issue? Yeah. Storage is low, and... well, this island could hold 150, so that's not the issue. They're just not producing enough. Alright, people. You know what that means. Double shifts at the farms for everyone. You're welcome. Am I not a benevolent overlord? So let's just slap another road this way. Throw in another warehouse. Here-ish, I don't know. And that is something I'm going to have to think about. Is now that I can't produce that yet because we aren't even producing engines. Get out of my face, engineer. Now that we're having electricity for all those resource chains, we're going to have to make sure the base materials are also running at double rate. Otherwise, they're just going to be sitting idle half the time, which is a waste of the oil, right? I mean, to be clear, we were going to... there we go. 4 ought to be enough. And this island is losing me a lot of money, but we know why. Yeah, and they have plenty of materials. They can't do schnapps, unfortunately, but that's all right. All right, so that should be enough bread. Now let's look at our other materials and see what else we need to kind of bump up here in anticipation of electricity. Coal and iron are starting to dip down just because we're going to be starting producing so much more steel, but that's okay because this will reach a cap at some point. Sorry, you can't see what I'm pointing to. The steel will start producing or get to a cap, so then this will often overflow here. Time to bribe a pirate again. So expensive. That's okay, because every time we do this, we do get a bump in their that hurts. Okay. Hey, let's succeed with one. And honestly, I'd rather make peace with her than Jean here anyway, because she's closer and we could sell all of our sweet extra beer too. And since now we have all of our brewery stuff hooked up to power, we'll be producing way more than what the island needs, so we can start siphoning off beer to her as soon as we make peace with her and do a trade route. It's gonna piss these people off, but they probably won't be around by the time that happens anyway. So if I could ever make friendship with you, Willie, I just want you to be a friend before I
An explosion in one
oh
of your
no. Okay. That's unfortunate. Fortunately, it didn't catch fire.
This is a right old coop for you.
So,
A lovely surprise.
hey, and that made everybody happy. Can I just go right into alliance? Medium high. I'll pay the small fee.
Nah, don't be ashamed.
There we go.
You could always be
Yep, and that'll
relied
make them
upon to do
happy.
the right-
Cool. So now Willie will start giving me some bonus money as well, which will be great because it's just like a set and forget it. You know, you do that initial investment of what? That was like 10,000 I had to pay him there, and we're gonna get, before I eventually kill him. Don't tell Wibbly I said that, but before I eventually kill him, it's gonna be easily 100,000, 200,000 in return. So actually, I say that, but now I think about it, we're closer to steamships than I realized. So we might end up next session going to war. If not next session, then definitely in like part 6, it'll be taking them out. And we want to take them out sooner rather than later too, because as we explore more regions, they'll send ships there as well. And they'll still continue to ask for permission to settle. But they do this weird thing where if you don't tell them that they can expand there, they'll get huffy, but then they won't actually do anything with that ship. They'll just leave that ship there with materials and it'll just like sail around. And the moment you go to war with them, they no longer care. And they'll just build an island immediately, which makes wiping them out is so much harder, because then you have to wipe them out in the old world, then the new world, which I'm already have to deal with, because I guarantee you, let's look. Yep. See, they're already doing it. Just sailing around with material ships for no reason. And as soon as we discover, I'm sure there's one floating around here, Cape Trelawney, or very soon. And once we go to Mbessa and the Arctic, they'll do the same. So before we discover the last 2 regions, we're going to want to take them out. Because then, you know, it's like whack-a-mole with them. You would take out one in one spot, and they build a new island in another region. So you go take your Saiyu fleet there and take them out there, and by then they have sailed another one somewhere else, and it's just annoying, and we don't want to deal with that.
You ain't half good to us.
Ain't half good. Don't you mean ain't half bad? Whatever. Not gonna question your weird logic. Can this island produce hops? It can. Oh, they're unhappy because they don't have a pub. I'm sorry, I forgot, guys. I'm so sorry. Alright, there's your pub. Technically, I can make them produce schnapps as well, but not super worried about that. So I think I'm going to have them produce hops here as well, and I'm going to do what I did on the main island, or the main region, and produce all of my farm sort stuff off site, so that way I can save the main island's population growing. Because farms are just, you know, they just take up so much space, you know? So it's 2 to like 1-ish. It's like 1.5 to 1. So we'll just go ahead and build 2 for now. Build another grain farm just to stay on top of that. And then we'll tell our ship to go ahead and add hops to its list. And then we can start producing beer for the main island, because that'll be a lot of profit as well. This is already our 2nd most profitable island, and it's only going to get better as we continue to expand. In fact, how are we looking on materials? Not enough fish. There you go. More fish. Ask and you shall receive. You guys are looking okay on everything else. Bread's just getting off the ground, so I'm not too worried about that. You do have beer. Did I already produce a brewery here? I'm so confused. Why do they have beer? No. Gave them oh, right. That was from the flagship when we did this quest. I remember now. So they have a little reserve of beer already ready for them. So let's go ahead and get the brewery down and then get enough workers on the island that they actually need it. And more workers for the worker class. You guys want beer yet? Yeah, you do. Look at that. Bing, bang, boom. And we'll put our first couple of artisans. Only a couple for now, because that's all we can afford anyway. And yeah, we just gained 300 per minute just by doing that. So let's get back here. So these guys are going to start churning through the steel a lot quicker. But again, once we reach max on that, then we'll have a steel overflow. Let's actually look at the balance of ratio here though. So it's 4 to 2, which is perfect. So we're still producing more than the steelworks can even use. We just need to start really taking advantage of this electricity. So we're going to start working on getting this ready. So we're going to need more tallow. And more pigs to get dynamite. We do have saltpeter here. And since this is already industrial center, we'll just make this our saltpeter location for now. And we'll probably have to build a warehouse just for it, unfortunately. But that's a-okay. And we got saltpeter. We've got... Because what we can do as well is, after we take out the AI, we can just produce steamships instead of producing sail vessels, you know? And they're so much more profitable. Like hundreds of thousands per ship. So we're going to want to speedline this. For one, taking out the AI because they're, you know, taking up all that space and we need that space. And two, afterwards we can make that another revenue maker, just sell steamships to the AI. So we need, let's see. Do either of the pig farms have silos? They both do. And we still aren't producing that many pigs. Okay, so we're going to need to produce... I think what we're going to do is we're going to produce one with a silo. And then we're going to put the tallow in the electricity area. So that way we're producing 2 to 1. And it'll crank out more than... Well, that could be improved by electricity as well. So perfect. We're producing a lot of dynamite. That'll be good. Because I want to get that whole industry electrified. And that might mean, unfortunately, building another power plant. I don't know. Oh, I already have 5. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing there. Alright, let's see. So that's definitely in the power zone. But I want to save this spot in particular for the weapons producer. So let's see. Can we build just another road here and get you hooked up to electricity? Will that work? Yeah, it will. Perfect. Look at that. Bringing the electricity to the masses, guys. We're paving the way for the future. Don't tell them it's just so I can make money. Or do tell them. I'm not your boss. I did mess up that spot, though, didn't I? With that road. Well, we can fix that here when we actually can use it. There we go. Powered. Now what's next? Saltpeter's are going to be a bottleneck as well. And unfortunately, we cannot get power there yet. So we're just going to have to produce 4. How expensive is this per minute? 500? That's not great. So you can know our profits. I think I need 4 to maintain. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it though, so I can keep going. I really ate into the profits, but we'll start getting it back soon. We won't see it in the counter. We'll just see it in, you know, raw profit by selling things to the NPCs. But it's a worthwhile investment. And we already have plenty of steel. I say plenty of steel, but I actually don't know how much we have at the moment. Let me look. Did I say plenty? I meant we need more. So let's see. Are any of them hooked up to the power? This one is. Actually, these 3 all are. So we'll start producing a lot of steel. So I think we can go ahead and just slap this down. Oh gosh, that's way bigger than I realized. Is that still on the power line? Okay, perfect. Look at that. Meant to do it. Look at that. Perfect spacing. And with that, we are just about... Oh shoot, I just realized another thing. The steam shipyard needs power as well. How are we gonna swing this? I might have to... Okay. That didn't sound good. Just some random explosions. Speaking of random explosions, let's make sure that doesn't happen now that we have all this industry here. So I might need to build a second power plant closer to the coast. Get rid of a couple of these saltpeters because I won't need it because they can be electrified. And then build in the steamship shipyard. And since we're going to have to do that, I'm going to need to import oil from the New World. So let's look at what island's our best candidate. It's probably our, 22 oil. That's going to be our candidate for producing oil. What do they need? I'm sure it's going to be a whole pain in the butt. So we can't quite get it yet. So we just need to get a few more... Oopsie daisy. A few more Albertos, as it were. Let's go ahead. How are you guys looking on materials? Doing great on plantains. Ponchos are steady. So I should probably produce more ponchos, and then we can start building out more people.
You should go sit in the shade.
Yeah, sit in the shade. I don't like this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like this passive aggressive tone this guy has with me. We're gonna come to blows. Ugh, the weapon industry really hurt my profitability. But again, it's for bigger payouts later on.
What brings
Because we're gonna use that to take out the NPCs, which will, boost our population and productivity and revenue. And then we can just start selling the guns in completely steamship version to the NPCs and make a lot of money that way too. Like we'll easily get to 5 million. Like, I don't want to oversell it because we haven't gained that much this session. But maybe next session. If not, definitely by the next one after that. So that would be part 6. By part 6, we'll definitely have hit this milestone. Anyway, so let's go ahead and expand our population. Oh, right, I need to get rid of these so I can expand out. Don't want to do that there because that's where my oil is going. I don't know where to even put you. Just like away. Can you just go away? You, I know I could just slap down in here, and I'll just need to build another. Oh wait, no,
Why
we have
so
two.
mean?
Right, the propaganda. Just I'm not mean. I'm just telling.
Of you is
I blah 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 blah. I'm just telling my people what they need to know, which is buy things, but also conserve things, and then everything's great. So that's kind of like a weird dual effect thing, and they don't seem to cancel each other out. Because you have the increased... What is it called exactly? So yeah, we have this one, which increases revenue. Which makes you think, oh yeah, they're probably, blah, 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 pay more. But then also don't use anything? I don't know. It's a weird combo, but it works. And it's just going to be what I set it on the rest of the game. Because honestly, the only negative to it, well, there's two negatives, is making the people unhappy. But as long as you provide them all their luxury goods, they tend to overlook slight human race abuses, you know? As long as you give them the new shiny, they don't care. And then the only other drawback is... Is that close enough to the warehouse? Probably. Is losing standing with the NPCs, but again, oopsie. Oh no. Anno, you're so temperamental. Okay. The good news is it saves every 5 minutes. Let me pause the timer here. That's not pause. That's pause. And we'll get back into it. It's so temperamental, I swear. I mentioned this earlier in the run too. Or earlier in this stream actually, but even doing something as simple as changing the resolution will be like a system crash. Or not a system crash, but a game crash. And that bug's been in the game for the longest time. I don't get it. Alright, well, we'll just load back in and keep going. How y'all doing? Having a good night? Oh man, there's quite a few people hanging out in the chat there. Don't know how many of you guys are actually watching the stream, but welcome, welcome. Let's get rolling back in. While this is going, exit, sure, save, why not? We'll reload that. And we'll reload. There we go. Now I got rid of that. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, we'll probably do another 20-30 minutes here and call it. I think by then we should be able to get our weapons industry and maybe the steamship going. I doubt it though, because we're going to need a whole oil industry from the other island. I guess at least what we could do is start selling the excess weapons. Alright, timer going again. Ignore the splits. I don't know why it's doing it like that way. I don't think we lost too much because we were here working on this island right when it crashed, right? Yeah, we lost moving all this stuff. That's unfortunate. That's okay. Then we'll do it again. Even better this time. Because we'll do it faster. Because we know exactly what we're doing. Yeah. Any other industry that needs to be knocked out there? Doesn't look like it. Perfect. Okay. Some more houses. Everybody loves houses. I messed this one up. How did I mess this one up? And how did I, more importantly, how did I not notice that before? Oh, I see. It's because it's got the marketplace there, and I don't need to build a pub here, so it doesn't take out the same amount of, oopsie, it doesn't take out the same amount of space that it normally does. Okay. Right. You guys aren't connected to the road. How about that? And why was I building the... Oh, right, to get to the oil thing and see what materials I need for oil. I remember what I'm doing.
Personage has arrived.
Sure. Provides all residents with a variety theater. Why not? Again, I've said it before in prior sessions, but there's no disadvantage to taking in the special visitors to your island. It's not like you have like a cap on them, so you might as well just take all of them.
When we can thrive?
That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that. I think I threw that crooked again, didn't I? I swear, chat, one of these days I'll do it right. No, that's not crooked. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Or is it? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Okay. There we go. Not crooked. Draw a straight line if you're ever in doubt. My goodness. But then this row's not gonna line up, is it? Huh, why is this? It looks so off. I don't understand why. Oh well, doesn't matter. Just need to recruit a few more people. Perfect. It's a colony. How about that? Now you can have fancy hats. I know that's what I aspire to be when I grow up. Fancy hat maker. For all those fancy hat wearers. Anyway, let's look at our oil production and see what we need to actually get it rolling. Hopefully not concrete and windows. Okay. So the good news is we have the flagship that's just doing absolutely nothing at the moment. So we can bring that down here and start getting our oil production going here. So let's do that. Oh, flagship.
Missing all the elements to produce a reaction.
Did I not produce a dynamite factory? Did I just whoopsie do that? And somebody I'm sure like saw that like an half hour ago when I started this and was like screaming at their... Yeah, I didn't. Whoops-a-doozle. Okay. So we were literally just like throwing away money there. That is unfortunate. I need to put this somewhere that can be reached by power. So that road is. But there's not room. Conundrum we got here. Oh, but this corner is. So we'll slap it in that corner for now. Again, we'll optimize it later. And we have plenty of artisans to promote into the engineer class. So we'll go ahead and just promote a few of them now. All right, I'm out of windows. Shucks, I need those windows. How many am I producing? 2? You know what we can do though, is we can move some of this stuff into the power area. Profitability is really tanking. It'll start climbing again though.
It's certainly not the perfect formula.
Shut up, engineer. Nobody asked you. Is that rude? I don't think it's rude. We can get them penny farthings though, and that's lucrative. We can't do it until we get stuff from the new world though. 1 second, chat. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's keep going. So we can't get the penny farthings for quite a while, which is unfortunate because that would be very, very lucrative. For now, let's just keep focusing on the coffee. In fact, our first shipment of coffee should be coming anytime now. Where is that? It's carrying 16 cups of coffee. Not a lot. But enough to get these people started on a lifelong addiction to caffeine. You're welcome. Don't say I didn't ever do anything for you. So yeah, that'll start producing. And then let's get back to this island so we can start working on the oil. They have plenty. Slap in some more houses. Okay, that one's definitely crooked. Oh, that's not 7. I did more than 7 there. Eh. Oh well. Aw, come on. You tell me you don't want beachfront property? Like, look at that. That's fine. I have to figure out where I'm going to export this oil to as well. Because that's a good cluster there. I have a cluster there as well, but no beaches near it. Oh, yikes. This is going to be micromanaging. Actually, okay. So we'll start here. There's, what, 4 here? That's doubling our production, and that's more than enough for the main island still. Wait. Hang on. How am I gonna... You can't build... Okay. I just realized, so you can't build oil tankers until you have a steam shipyard, but you can't build a steam shipyard until you have power, which means I'm gonna have to figure out a way to connect that shipyard to my power before I actually have enough materials to supply both it and the power plant. Yikes. Okay. So what we'll have to do is we'll just have to build up a reserve and then get everything in place. So once we have the steam shipyard, we're gonna immediately
broke out.
I was in the middle of a thought. So rude. So as soon as we have the steam shipyard, we immediately build an oil tanker, bring the oil tanker down here to start collecting oil, because we'll have a massive stockpile here as well, and then everything will be honky-dory. So let's figure out how we're going to connect this to power. I don't think brick alone is going to do it, so we might have to build... Yeah, we're going to have to build a second power plant, I think. Let me see if doing just brick alone would be enough. My gut says no. Nope. Just shy. Yeah, so we'll... It seems really stupid to build a second power plant for that, but the good news is we have a lot of coast here that we can use for the saltpeter and then other coastal buildings later on, I guess. And it won't be... Let's go ahead and... Yeah, we'll start prepping up for another oil plant. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to build an offshoot here and like just slap it down, I don't know, like here-ish. And then we can connect this road, which will enable all that stuff to be powered as well. So it won't be a total wash. Actually, it might be, because I won't even think I'll reach that stuff.
Look busy, people.
Which is a shame. Although, let me look. Let me just build out a hypothetical line here, right? And I know this is garbage. Don't at me. We're just landing things out. So if I build it here, it would reach the docks. How far away can I get away with it? So that would still reach the majority of the docks on brick. If I change it to clay, or sorry, that reached the majority of the docks on wood, or oh my god, having like a stroke right now. Dirt roads. And then if I expanded it to brick roads, it would probably cover, and then it would cover up to the coal and everything if I did brick that way as well. Okay. And then I have a whole bunch of more area I can build into here and stuff. I like that. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll get the infrastructure in place for it. And that did go in there, right? Yep. So as soon as we can, we'll build another one. And then we'll just have to speed run out a shipyard. So lot of materials. Windows is the main one that we're lacking, and we can't buy windows, right?
I'm here.
Ugh, okay. So I think what we're going to have to do is we need to ramp up window production because it's just not enough right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our window producers that we already have into the power and just produce more sand. So we're going to have to double up our sand production and probably get some more wood production as well. So 2 more. That'll double production. Is that actually connected? Here you go. Have a whole pier. Fortunately, we only need one more lumberjack hut because those produce so much faster anyway. And it's somewhere that's going to be out of the way. Perfect. How about that? And then we start moving our window producer stuff into the power plant zones. So we know this part of the road's powered. Perfection. Then let's move a window maker as well. At the very least. This is powered, right? Perfect. All right.
I had better leave it to set.
Good. So that'll, in essence, increase our window production by like 50%. So cruising right along. Trade road has a minor issue. Full on verse. Yeah. Tell me something I don't know. Profitability is still not great because these people still haven't got their coffee. Oh, they can't even use coffee. Let's fix that, shall we? Do we have coffee ready for them? Let me know if you see it, because I don't. Okay. We don't have coffee ready. But that guy's still not here? What is he doing? Did I set up that trader route? I definitely did set up that trader route right, because he was already delivering stuff. Where is he?
The fire left ruins behind.
Oh, so I see what I did. I didn't set anybody to actually come up here with the coffee. Pain. Suffering. Okay. One of these days, chat, I swear. One of these days. Ugh. Man, just blunder on blunder. Alright. Well, that's not too bad. They only burned out 2 buildings. Get you back up and running. At least this island's making me money. Let's go check in on Crown Falls because we haven't been there in a while. And we'll probably finish out our session here. The last 10 minutes or so that we're going to do tonight on building this out.
Hard work.
In between, like, jumping between the other islands.
It's all how you're born, innit?
Oh, how you born in it? Let's see, can I try on lifestyle needs? No, because they need rum. Why is the rum gone?
Oh, we're in a good spot.
I would certainly hope so. Is the flour profitable? Can't remember. Not very. Alright, so let's just work on
When it looks not over forest.
the cannery. Can't produce peppers here. Can't produce peppers there. Shucks. So we're gonna have to come over here, grab some wood and steel, and go settle a new island. But before I take a bunch of wood, let's upgrade another block into actually built, and another block into workers. There we go. Look at that profitability climb. Crown Falls, you're never gonna let me down like Manon, are you? Be a huge money suck with weaponry. Because honestly, what I want to do with this island is just get as many of them into investors as possible. Because obviously that's the moneymaker. And one of the DLCs is like a skyscraper DLC, which means you could just keep expanding. They do, each tier does require like new production chains and stuff, but the profit is insane. I want to say it's probably like, oh, and don't quote me, I can't remember 100%, but I want to say it's like at least 20,000-30,000 a building, you know? So we're going to see this climb up to insane numbers as we get towards like the end game. We're going to be very well into the end game before we reach our $1 billion goal. So I do apologize in advance for any frame rate drops that we see at that point. What I'll probably have to do, unfortunately, is lower the quality of the game, because this game is a few years old now, so it's older than 30 series, and it just can't utilize the new hardware like at all. Like, yeah, I wouldn't usually throw this up here because it just gets in the way of like this as a VOD, but oh yeah, never mind. That's not running anyway. 1 second. My overlay is not running. I know there's a lot of time waste, but honestly, we're near the end of the session, and I feel like I always get kind of unproductive towards the end of each of these sessions. So we'll optimize. We'll do a lot better the second round. Ooh yeah, glad I loaded that up. My GPU was running a bit warm for my taste. 75C. That's not like, you know, overly hot, but it normally runs at like 60C playing this game. Anyway, now that's open, we can look and see, like, so we'll go to like our main island as an example, right? Yeah. I know I'm on a rant right now, NPC. Don't distract me. Okay, there's no way to turn that on without turning on the spinning, but you can see like already on the main island we're getting like 40, 45 FPS. Not great. So what I'll have to probably do, how do I, there we go. Okay, I'll probably have to start lowering the in-game settings. Yeah, we'll turn this on one last time. And how did I fix that last time? Yeah, so you can see like we're getting 44 FPS, but we're also only using 60% of the GPU because it's like not optimized to run on this new hardware, and they just haven't come back and like done any sort of fix to do anything about that, which isn't a huge deal on a city building game, but I also don't want to like provide a terrible streaming experience for you guys, you know? I know like anything above 30 FPS is probably fine on Twitch, but if we get to the end game, it'll probably dip below that, and I don't want it to look like hot garbage, so we might have to throw on DLSS or whatever the equivalent in this game is, and maybe lower the settings just a skosh, just so the frame rate stays above that nice smooth 30 FPS. I would love it to be above 60, but you know. Sorry, last time spinning around the island, I swear. Just turning that overlay off. So we're producing weapons now, right?
Cover your ears.
We are producing weapons, so we just need to get steel. Or a shipyard. Let's go ahead and promote them, and then get some more artisans up into the engineer class. Boom. And now they need coffee, which is great because I just actually fixed the trade route to bring coffee here. So you guys will have coffee eventually. So let's go ahead, since we know we're gonna have power and it's gonna reach these two, we don't need the other two saltpeter places, which is great because that's gonna save us quite a bit of money, like 1,000 gold per minute. And let's get our shipyard in place and ready. We're gonna need a lot more engineers for that, which means we need more artisans to get promoted, and we need to start promoting our workers up. So let's go ahead and just promote this whole block.
Startling brush-footed butterfly.
Nope.
How unexpected.
You get nothing and like it. In fact, let's just go crazy. Let's promote 2 blocks. And then we'll promote some artisans, or some workers up into artisans. There we go. And then I'll start seeing our profitability really take back off. All right, anyway, back to this island to kind of finish out our night here. Let's just spend a few minutes here optimizing things for this island.
Celebrate your leadership.
I think my plans for
Look in my eyes. You are feeling
no. I don't want to do a destruction quest.
Thanks.
Anyway, I think our plans for streams for the next few days is I'll probably do another session of the old speedrun here tomorrow. And I think Tuesday I'm gonna change it up, but I don't know what yet. Because the last Fortnite game I did, it was all right. It was a little frustrating towards the end there. So I might take a little time off from that game unless, you know, you guys want to see more of me failing spectacularly to get a win. That could be entertaining content, I guess. If it is, you know, let me know in the old suggestion box there on Twitch, on my profile page, and I will be sure to do that. Otherwise, I'll probably change it up and do a game I haven't done on stream yet. And other than that, yeah, be streaming every day this week, doing mostly Anno here, maybe doing a couple other games. My goal is to get my first portion of this speedrun finished in editing and uploaded on YouTube and finally get some content over there. So yeah, anyway, that's the plan for the week here so far. Thank you guys for getting to this point in the video, and where are we at? Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and call it here. So let's go ahead and stop that timer. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, we'll be doing more of this here real soon. Trying to probably trying to take out those pesky NPCs in the next session. I think that's gonna be the goal. So until then, I know I've said it like 3 times now, but I'm gonna say it again because I mean it that much. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a follow, anything like that if you like my stuff, depending on if you're watching it on Twitch, watching on YouTube. Eventually, you know, future me, get on that. And that'll do it for tonight. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye for now.